Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Parenting Guide. Today I'll be sharing some important information regarding vaccinations. Like, what is vaccination? Why is it important to vaccinate your child? What are the differences between the painful and painless vaccines? What are the optional and mandatory vaccines? Which are the vaccinations provided in the government sector and in the private sector? And lastly, how to take care of your baby post-vaccination. So watch the video till the end and please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for further updates. Let's get started. First we'll see what is vaccination. It is the act of introducing a vaccine into the body to help the immune system develop protection against a specific disease. Vaccines contain microorganisms or viruses in a live or weakened or in a killed state. Vaccinations help to prevent from serious illness, save from medical expenses and disease outbreaks in a community. Now we'll see the importance of the vaccinations, or why is it important to vaccinate your child. For every parent, their child's health is the top priority, and they will make everything possible to protect their children and make sure that they're healthy. And the best way to do this is to make sure that your baby is vaccinated at the right time. Babies get number of vaccinations by the time they are 2 years old. This may seem a lot for the few parents, but it is important to vaccinate your child as the baby's immune system is weak and it is still under development. So they are sensitive to many infections and many diseases. So by vaccinating, it saves your child's life. Also, vaccinations prevent from dreadful diseases like polio, measles, tuberculosis, which if not prevented can be a serious trouble in the long run. And if everyone gets vaccinated, there is a possibility that someday some of the diseases of today would no longer be seen in the future. So by taking vaccination, it not only protects you from a specific disease, but it also protects others. It also helps in the long run. As the baby is vaccinated, the immune system is developed. So the child will have the potential to fight against it and the child will not get sick easily. So it is recommended not to skip your child's vaccination at any condition. Make sure you vaccinate your child at the right time. Now we'll see what are mandatory and optional vaccinations. Some vaccinations are mandatory whereas some are considered to be optional. But it doesn't mean that you can skip them. Even they have become necessity. So mandatory vaccines, at least you have to give them, there is no chance of missing them. Whereas optional vaccines, you can always discuss with your doctor about how important that vaccine is and for what purpose it is, and then decide whether to give or no. It's completely your call, but it is always better that you give optional vaccines too. Now we'll see the differences between the painful and painless vaccinations and which one to choose. Firstly, there are a number of vaccinations given in the first 2 years. And the categorization of painful and painless vaccinations comes under primary immunization, that is during 6 weeks, 10 weeks and 14 weeks, and under booster immunization, that is during 15 to 18 months and 4 to 5 years. Only during this period of time there is a concept of painful and painless vaccinations. Other than this, for the rest of the vaccinations, there is no categorization of painful and painless vaccines. During primary immunization and booster immunization, DPT is given, that is diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus, in which pertussis is also known as whooping cough. Either whole cell or some portion of the bacteria that causes pertussis is included in DPT. If whole cell of the bacteria is included, it is called as painful vaccination, that is DPWT, where W refers to whole cell. And if only some portion of the bacteria is included, it is called as painless vaccination, that is DPAT, where A stands for acellular. In terms of effectiveness, painful vaccinations are about 90 to 95% effective and the effectiveness remains same throughout the years, whereas painless vaccinations are about 70 to 80% effective and it goes on reducing as the years pass on. In terms of side effects, painful vaccines have side effects like fever, swelling at the site of injection, whereas in painless vaccines there are less chances of having a fever and swelling at the site of injection. So these were some comparisons between the painful and painless vaccinations. So based on this, you can decide which is better for your child and you can also discuss with your doctor. But as per the comparisons, it is always better that you go for painful vaccinations. Now let's see the differences between the government sector immunization schedule and the private sector immunization schedule. The government sector follows UIP, that is Universal Immunization Program, in which only the basic and essential vaccines are included. Whereas in the private sector, the immunization schedule is based on IAP, that is Indian Academy of Pediatrics, in which all the mandatory and optional vaccinations are included. Now we'll see how to take care of your child post-vaccination. After vaccination, children may have side effects, but they are usually very mild and can last less than 24 hours. In rare cases, a child may have a serious allergic reaction, but the serious allergic reaction happening are lower than the risk of diseases. Now let's talk about the symptoms and how to take care of it. In case of swelling or redness at the site of injection, try putting a cold cloth on that area. Encourage your child to move the arm or leg that they received the vaccine in. Make sure to keep your child closer to you and comfort the child. And the most important, consider using medications prescribed by your doctor in proper frequency and doses. And in case of mild fever, tiredness or vomiting, again consider using medications prescribed by your doctor. Allow the child to take enough rest and offer plenty of fluids. And in case of fever, remove the excess clothing. And lastly, I would like to share few important tips which parents should be aware of. Firstly, always keep a track on the upcoming vaccinations, and before going for a vaccination, always check which vaccination is to be given and for what reason it is given. Secondly, before going for a vaccination, ensure your child does not have fever, cold or cough. In that case, you can always discuss with your doctor about when to give the vaccination. And lastly, make sure you give all the vaccinations to your child at the right time. Do not skip them at any condition. Vaccinations are a must and essential for your child to save them from life-threatening diseases. So this was all about vaccinations. Hope this information was useful to you. If you liked the video, hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon for further updates. And let me know your views in the comment section. Stay safe. Bye-bye.